Yes, my people, it is I, Evan Mack, your humble narrator, here with a public service announcement for all you sucker MCs out there. Don't ever tell a professional wrestler wrestling is fake. They will take exception. Scripted, perhaps choreographed to a certain extent, but those bumps and those injuries, and that travel, and that stress, and that pressure to create something special is not to be mocked. Because as God is my witness, taking a flat back bump on a mat is the most painful thing I've ever experienced. And I tore my groin apart playing basketball, pretty much ended my basketball career. And they do that stuff for a warm-up. They do that for a Tuesday. They do that to get ready to do something even more physical. So there's people out there in the streets saying the Grayson Waller segment was a work. That's another problem with the wrestling community. So worried about being work that you think everything is a work. Whether it's a work, whether it's a shoot, whether it's real, whether it's not real. One thing that is crystal clear to Evan Mack, the message. The message to anyone out there that has a little chuckle or a little smirk or a little raised eyebrow anytime somebody says that they're a wrestling fan, a professional wrestling fan supporting any promotion. Because that's when we all band together. That's when we don't care what business fails or what rating this gets or what Nielsen says about this or how much money so-and-so is making or so-and-so is going out of business. When someone questions the product that we love and calls it fake, we all band together and we all stand united on a front that shows everyone that we stand in solidarity with anyone that says that this product is fake. Elements might not be real. One of the realest things in all of sports and entertainment is professional wrestling. But without further ado, let's start the new and improved Kick Rock's podcast.
I'm a strange guy.
Really?
Yeah, I worry. I mean, little things bother me. I'm a worrier.
Mania, you will never take us alive. Gotta think about the drama inside. It's the Mac.
It's over! It's over, ladies and gentlemen!
Finally, the acknowledge me.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. My people, we back in the building. Kick Rock Wrestling Podcast. Got the squad with me. Listen, Chef Justin in the building. He done pulled up. He was on assignment last week. Doing chefing things.
Can't keep me off this. I'm no quitter.
Listen, DPJR, what's good?
You know where we at?
Man?
I had a long day at work today. They done came dressed to the nines. Yeah, got the maroon going on.
Yo, we got a lot to talk about, a lot to chop it up with. Podcast back in the building. Appreciate y'all all for joining us. First and foremost, let me kick the floor right off to you though, Chef. Thoughts when you heard about the injury of Seth? Have you heard anything? What were you worried? Are you like, damn, that's the window they needed to hand the title to old Phil? What were your thoughts, brother?
Disappointed. Because you were definitely looking forward to him and Phil Brooks, locking it up. You got the intro promo, right? You got the face-to-face, you got the face-off. You got all these other things that are kind of happening simultaneously outside of it. So you were definitely looking forward to that point where they actually touched. It's very unfortunate if he is hurt and not work shoot hurt. It definitely puts a damper on what they just talked about earlier, which was, Seth has never gone into Mania as a champ. So that definitely puts that in risk, and that's a jeopardizing situation if it is a real injury, and it just allows someone else to be champ, either going into Mania or deciding two people for it at Mania, whichever they like. But yeah, if it's real, it sucks, and hopefully it's not a situation where he blew out multiple ligaments. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's real, but I don't think it's real serious. If that makes sense, I think I think you always have to be wary of stuff like that. Um, One thing I will say about WWE recently, they kind of get on the front foot of that. If it's a legitimate injury, they would put like a breaking news. They break their own news.
Yeah.
They want to let you know. I haven't heard any of that yet, which is very good. I think it's something he's going to be able to work on. There's way too much going on. There's Royal Rumble, there's Elimination Chamber, there's France, there's Mania. There's plans, and I'll say it here first before we make any predictions on WrestleMania. I have him going over on CM Punk. The first time they face, he will go over on him. He will. It's not going to go the way people think it's going to go. I think it's going to shock the world that he gets him clean. I think it might start something a little more significant. It might factor in Damian Priest, but Seth wins clean, and I don't think anything needs to get messed up there. And I hate when I see stuff like that. When I watched it, I was like, that looks like something there. Because if you watch it back, there's like a little bit of a pause with Jinder. Jinder's a pro. Jinder's like laying on the mat, and he's waiting a little bit, and he's waiting to see what Seth's gonna do. That's when I start realizing I don't think it's a work like people think. When you're watching Jinder, if you're watching Jinder, he's laying there, waiting to see Seth. Seth might have given him the word he's okay. Then they continue on because Seth is a freaking boss, and they finish the match. So I think it's not serious, but I do think it's something to be mindful of. DPJR.
What do you do? I unfortunately, I'm real sad when it comes to Seth Rollins and that injury, particularly because he's in his bag right now. I don't to your point. I don't think it's an ACL. I don't think it's that serious, or they would have came out and said that he tore his ACL. However, if we were playing fantasy football, this might be like a 5 to 6 week injury. Could be like an MCL meniscus type deal. They may have to clean it up. They may have to coax around it. He might not get a match. Let's just be honest, and that'd be okay, because if you got the Rumbles, the WWE Championship, a Women's Championship, you could throw another match on there. You can make do with what it is, and then you can save him for the Chamber if need be. You can break glass there, but you got to protect him. You can't let him go out there in 3 weeks, especially with this knee injury. If it's a sprain, if it's an MCL sprain, if it's a meniscus, you have to be very careful, because they have something special between him and CM Punk. And you cannot afford to let that go by the wayside. So you have to protect that man from himself sometimes. So be careful. I just hope it ain't nothing severely just serious, because it could not ruin Mania, but keep Mania from being the greatest card ever. Because if you don't have CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, that puts a thwart in plan. So it's unfortunate. I'm praying for you, Seth. I hope you best prayers from a Roman Reigns guy. I hope you feel great. I hope you're doing good. I hope it's just a slight scare.
Yeah, I think he's going to be fine. There's something I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about it and touch on it, because of the potential ramifications. Someone we do know is Cora Jade. Speedy recoveries to her.
Speedy recovery.
Can't be messing around with no ACL. Someone that's a budding career that's just starting to hit her stride in developmental. And it's unfortunate because ACLs affect people different ways. We're in the golden age of ACL tears. So if you're going to tear your ACL, tear it now. You know what I'm trying to say? 2024 and beyond, we're in the golden age of it. So if that's any silver lining. So speedy recovery to Miss Cora Jade. Young crop of female wrestlers coming up. You know, she has some real good potential. So shout out to your girl. All right, man. Drew McIntyre came out. All right. Now listen. Every single week, Drew McIntyre cut a better promo than last week. I don't know what the hell's going on right now. I swear I don't know what the hell's going on. And we can't, and this is the problem. We can't be like the Triple H era. This is the Drew McIntyre doing the Drew McIntyre thing. This is just crazy. Drew McIntyre got a stick up his butt, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it.
No, for sure.
bro. Because I'm telling you right now, this. So if you ever been backstage, if you ever blessed enough to be backstage one time for real, like in the trenches, I would. This is the one thing they always tell you to do when you're not like talent. They were like, don't breathe next to the wrestlers. Don't walk next to the wrestlers. You shall not talk to the wrestlers. They are off limits. Don't mark out. I was like, I ain't marking out. Am I a WWE employee? Shit. You know what I mean? So they were always so weird about these unwritten rules. Now, mind you, no wrestlers ever said that to me, but they kind of ingrained that into you for even step foot on a live show. So anytime I would be at a live show or a premium live show, I would just sit in the back next to some stuff and kind of just watch the wrestlers prepare, watch them go over promos in their head, watch them talk to whoever they're talking to about their match and things like that. I would go down to the ring and kind of just watch listen, you'll see Triple H, no joke, that dude's hands on with like everybody. This is way before Vinnie Mac stepped down. Like he's really hands on. So I'm telling you this to say when it comes to certain promos, there's certain wrestlers where there's nobody around them. Like nobody. There ain't no writers, there ain't no producers, they are literally formulating stuff with their own brain. And I think Drew is one of those. I think Drew is in the corner somewhere. Like when I had a chance to talk to Mr. Heyman, Goatman, he was like, listen, he goes, who you think's writing for me and Roman? He goes, who you think's writing for me and Roman, Evan? I said, who? He said, me and Roman. He goes, don't let nobody tell you any different. He goes, this bloodline stuff is us. So if anybody wonder why that's so quote unquote cinema, is them. It ain't got nothing to do with WWE creative. And I'm telling you from the source. So what I'm trying to say is the true greatness sometimes does not need produced. And I think Drew is I think he's in a different spot, man. Like, because I'll hit him up and be like, yo, promo, fire emoji. He don't go, oh, thanks to this guy. He goes, thank you. I go, he's cooking then. This is coming from his brain. And I'm telling you, listen, I think the stuff he's saying to Cody caught Cody off guard about the suits and the smile. And I'm like, yo, what in the hell wrong with this guy? What the hell did happen to him? Y'all better get him some haggis or some shepherd's pie or something.
I really thought I was gonna have to come on here. Right? I thought I was gonna have to come on here and hear JMC gush about Drew McIntyre for one more week. I'm kind of sad I don't get to hear JMC eloquently confess his love for Drew McIntyre again. So I didn't know he had it in him. I don't know where it came from. I don't know where it's been. My man is out here. He is the Shakespeare of cutting these promos right now. He is out here. He is.
What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east in Drew McIntyre.
It don't matter if he got the skirt on or not. If he
that's a kill. That's a kill. God damn it.
Excuse me. The kill. I don't need him coming after me, right? You know,
I'm cropping that right there, buddy. I'm cropping that.
Nope, I don't want.
I'm cropping it.
I don't want that.
I don't want that.
Social clip coming, Drew McIntyre.
Listen, I'm sorry, Drew McIntyre. I will make you all the haggis you want. Whatever you want. Shepherd's pie.
Statues, boy.
Shout out to haggis. I know people think shepherd's pie is Irish, but I think it's Irish and Scottish. How's your boy? I'm culturally appropriate. I believe shepherd's pie goes both ways. I do believe. Google it. Go ahead, Chef Cook.
Yeah, no. He's Drew is. I don't know where this is going. I don't know what kind of match he's gonna get out of this. Maybe he wins the Rumble. The way he's working, there's no way they can't have him at least in the final 4 or the final 2 of the Rumble. He's.
What would you do? What would you do?
Probably him and Gunther again.
Where would you put him? Yeah, where would you
probably him and Gunther would be finishing the Rumble, or him and Cody finishing the Rumble, or all three of them. You have to have him involved in all of this at this point because we already can't figure out if he's a heel or not, and he's just out here he's cooking your favorite heel, he's cooking your favorite baby face, he's cooking your anti-hero, he's cooking factions that can't get along, he's cooking he's still blaming Jey Uso, he's still blaming Jimmy Uso, he's man. Shout
we got deep fried, we got flame broiled, we got stew, we got
all the pots on the stove.
We got braised, we got blackened, we got sauteed, we got stir fried. We
Damn.
got hamburgers, we got fries, we got shake. Hey, brother, this ain't no restaurant. This is Chef Boyardee Drew McIntyre. You hear me? Boy out here cooking.
Yeah, Chef Boyardee Drew. Yep.
In the
that's right.
kitchen, wrist twisted like a stir fry.
Ow! God. Hey, how the dude hand turned around this way? You know what I'm saying? That's how much he cooking, boy. Man, it's amazing. It's amazing. But he is the perfect example of less is more.
Ooh.
You're right.
Perfect example of less is more, because people notice him in the back. I've heard him on podcasts, and I've heard this side of Drew McIntyre before. Everybody's heard this side of Drew McIntyre. And we're like, how in the hell can you not get this dude across on camera? And I think a part of it has to do with the pure F's that he's not giving right now, because he was being a nice guy, and he's starting to understand, to get what I want, how I got to this point, I need to take what is mine.
And put down that damn
cut
sword.
it. Y'all
Oh
ain't
my
on
God.
my level. I got one of the best finishers in the game. I'm one of the best workers in the game. I have one of the best repertoires in the game. I
Might be
got
one
some
of the best athletes in the
music
game.
in the game.
Big
How about I
facts.
cut a promo? How about I show you can't nobody touch me with my Scottish accent? Nobody can touch that man right now, and that's no disrespect. Hey, man, Roman Reigns again. He's in his. That boy is off on.
He's in a different. We're talking about different galaxy
But
right now, bro.
on Raw right now, most interesting thing going.
No
And
question.
It's not even close.
It's him and R-Truth. It's him and R-Truth.
And it's amazing. He's starting to find what Roman Reigns found in 2020 when he was finally let to be who he was.
Ooh.
And now we're starting to see, because he's trying to get paid. And I ain't talking about the pay he got this past time. He ain't signing for a reason. Y'all gonna have to pay my ass. And he's proven he's worth every penny, not dime, penny. You know, I work at a bank.
Yo, he's cut. Listen, that was some of the best stuff you ever said, and that's real talk. That's a basketball player or an athlete in the contract year, straight up.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody that knows sports know what I mean. If you don't know what I mean, for the people that don't know what I mean, is there's a theory out in the streets that players perform at an optimal level when they're at the last year of their contract. That's a theory. You can even break it down to the statistics. They say players play out of their mind. Why? In order to get a better contract after said contract expires. Mm-hmm. And the way DP's talking, the way I'm talking, the way Chef's talking, it seems like Drew, he in the contract year right now. He going broke right now. He over here dropping. He doing that. Remember Kobe? When was Kobe dropping that 40 point like every single game? What was that run Kobe was?
He was in the contract year too.
He 03 Kobe right now.
Hey, that's my boy now. He went 9 in a row.
9 in a row.
Putting it on, folks.
Oh, he was putting it on him.
Hey, Evan, I think that's the same run to where he went behind the back, under the hoop, and put it on different nuggets head.
That's it.
Well, 2003. Listen, he's that's 2003 Kobe right now. Drew McIntyre's cooking, and he's cooking with he's hotter than fish grease right now in the summertime.
2012 Flacco. That's who got paid.
2012 Flacco was a 2000 what 20 was it Foles? 2021.
Yeah.
Listen,
hey man, get that man some more money before he come out cut a promo where I won't double.
Listen, so back to full circle to what Chef was talking about where to put him. I'm starting to see what people are starting to say. Gunther, I think it's too early for Gunther. Like I said, I'll say it before and I'll say it again, guys. Unless the mandate has changed at the company, and I don't even think it should. The reason why WWE is so compelling is bad guy versus good guy. Guys, you don't understand. Avengers ain't shit without Thanos. They ain't. If Thanos was a good guy, you wouldn't care as much. Like the reason
wouldn't be shit without Scar.
But can he be a good guy without saying he's a good guy? Can he be So, because Austin never really came out and said he was a babyface, but we cheered him. Right?
Austin is interesting. Austin's like Spawn, man. Austin is like the anti-hero. He's like Ghost Rider. He's like
Daredevil, like
yeah. He like or Punisher. He like Punisher, doing bad guy things, but you love him. That's what they call the anti-hero. There are certain wrestlers in this world that are blessed enough to be the anti-hero. Stone Cold Steve Austin he's right in the middle. He's an anti-hero. He's babyface. He's a babyface that does heel things. Gunther is a heel. So when my point is, in order for Gunther to be the one that wins the Rumble, he's gonna have to there's got to be a babyface champ. So what are you trying to say? Does that mean it's Cody? When I'm getting to the point where that Chef's saying that Drew should be involved in the Final Four. Okay, he should be. Why not? I really, really do think it's going to be Phil. It's going to be Phil Brooks. It is. It's going to be Phil. Gunther can get the money in the bank after he loses the Intercontinental Championship to a worthy competitor. Yeah, I think there's so many ways you can get the big Austrian in a title match. It don't got to be the Royal Rumble, but I'll say it before and I'll say it again. WWE shows you. You got to believe them. Who was the last two in the Rumble last year? DPJR. Last two in the Rumble last year. What say you?
You already know what it is. General and your boy Cody Rhodes.
Okay. That's what we call foreshadowing. That's called foreshadowing. I don't know when. But make no mistake, before 2026, 2025, Gunther will be world champion. Period.
Man, I told y'all he's gonna be the one to beat Roman Reigns.
See, and there you go. See, that's what.
But like
see,
you said,
see,
let me finish. Yeah, let me finish. Like you said, let me preface this. I said it was gonna be about a year and a half down.
Yep. And he's gonna come back, baby. I'm just saying, it's the mandate. And I don't disagree with the mandate. I actually like the mandate. I love good versus evil. I love rooting for somebody, even if you're rooting for the heel. Technically, if you really get down to brass tacks, Thanos, I could look at glass half full. When he snapped the finger, he didn't know if he was going to disappear. That's the deep cut that nobody talks about. When he snapped his fingers, his ass could have been gone too.
Right. Man, Evan out here breaking walls down up in here.
Bro, but listen, whatever's going on, I'm here for it. This is one of the most exciting times of the year. Drew McIntyre cooking. Seth Rollins will be fine, but I had to talk about it. Yeah, but that leaves me. Oh, well, what you got?
Real quick, I don't mean to cut you off, but
no, go ahead, man.
I want to know who from WWE is listening to this podcast and talking about and doing what we talk about a week after that, because we talked about that shit last week. And then all of a sudden, Drew McIntyre.
Dude, I'm telling you, this little tiny podcast, I swear to you, somebody that works there that has writer, I swear they listen to this show. I swear.
Listen, we coming up with this shit, WWE. We pay attention. You watch right up.
All I say is just pull up. Can you just send me a fruit basket or some edible arrangements and shit?
Send me some free tickets or something. You know, let me talk to a wrestler.
Make sure I get my fellas to WrestleMania 40. That ticket's expensive.
Free airfare or something.
Yo,
you ideas. Damn,
that leads me to the next segment of the show. Chef's Justin's recipe.
Oh, he gave me a PowerPoint. Look at that. That's so nice of you.
Who's that handsome man?
Oh man.
What the chef hat?
What he cooking today?
Shout out to the team of graphic designers.
Yeah.
Chef Justin's recipe
and Mac
for the Judgment Day. What we got on the docket.
I'll be right back.
So I was looking at what is happening, and I just had some thoughts in my head based on everything that I'm seeing and the lack of what they aren't doing and what they should be doing and what they could be doing. So I just was like, you know what? I got a list of things that would make a great recipe for what needs to happen with the Judgment Day, because there's so many things that are unanswered, Evan Mack, and there are so many twists and turns with what's happening. So we got this whole R-Truth thing, and we all love it, right? And now we've got they're printing shirts after he made the shirt. They actually print the shirt, and now we got Live, Laugh, Love, right? And now we got him selling shirts out the trunk like he's Master P selling CDs, you know, and everybody's getting their cut, right? And I'm just like, but we need to get this somewhere to a point where the people who matter in this group have a purpose, because it's kind of up in the air. So my first idea is it's going to be a breakup, but in parts, right? So I think the first thing that needs to happen is, and you're kind of seeing what's happening, you see Damian Priest being sympathetic towards Truth, right?
Yep.
And he's like, oh well, he's doing this, and he's breaking us off a piece of the merch, and this and that and the other, and you got JD pissed off, right? Because he ain't on the shirt, even though funny thing, he put the duct tape on the shirt with his name on it first, but now they made actual shirts with R-Truth's name on it. So how you love that?
Number one merch seller this month too, by the way.
Right.
Truth.
Right. Crazy. So you got
Live, laugh, love.
Yes.
That dude jumped the tribal chief. R-Truth.
Yes.
You wonder why this man ain't never going to get fired?
With 2 shirts. Not one.
He outselling the tribal chief.
That's wild.
2 shirts. So you got that. I think there needs to be a breakup where the Judgment Day, meaning Finn, Dom, or Tom and Nick and Dom and JD, they kind of jump Priest. They jump Priest out the group because he keeps defending R-Truth. So then you've got, okay, we push Priest out. And then the other thing you can do is, because I witnessed it when I was there live, everyone is cheering when Mommy comes out. Like
she is
in
not
a
heel
way,
to nobody.
in a way where she has to be a babyface. And
bro, she's on the Austin level, bro.
So the next thing you do after you see all the boys fight, she's had enough. She's gonna leave the group because of the dysfunction and the fact that they all can't get along and they can't figure out who's in the group and who's not in the group and this and that and the other. So she's going to step out just for the fact that the whole faction is dysfunction. So you'll have, and not to mention because Finn brought in JD and nobody wanted him there, right? So like you got that part too. So you can have Priest be on his own, have the briefcase, actually use it for a reason on whomever. Now you can have him as the sympathetic babyface that got kicked out the heel group. You already got heel Mommy. You got heel Rhea Ripley stepping off because she can't stand these dudes and they're a bunch of losers because Dominic lost the title anyway. At some point, they're going to lose those tag titles. And that's going to be another reason why the group breaks up, because Finn and Priest lose the titles. And whether that's because of R-Truth or not, you got enough reasons where this group all has something to do and there's a reason for it, and then repercussions of it. So you got other matches down the line where Finn Balor can screw Damian Priest when he tries to cash in or what have you. Like there's different things they can do if they just do this one thing where Priest stands up for truth, and then it can just domino from there. That's my recipe.
I like everything you're saying. The only person I'm worried about in that equation is Fergalicious. Finn Balor. That's the only person I was always worried about when it comes to the Judgment Day. He's having some fun. I can tell he's having a good time.
Yeah.
And that's good. However, everything you said makes sense. Rhea really doesn't need the Judgment Day.
No.
And when I say she's on Austin level, I mean no one can boo her. No one wants to boo her. She can tear a little girl. Yeah, she can tell a little girl sign up and people don't care.
After the CM Punk and Rollins thing, she was the next loudest cheer.
You see, that's Sasha Banks treatment, and that's the stuff when I used to hear when there used to be the biggest male of the night, there'll be the biggest pop, and then they bring Sasha out, and her pop would be on the same decimal level.
Bro, I mean, Rhea came out, everybody had their phones out, everybody's recording, everybody's Snapchatting, everybody's putting on IG.
Rhea is box office. She don't need a Judgment Day. Jaden McDonough, he is a sore thumb. He is redundant. He's a lesser version of the other Irishman in the group. I'm sorry, he just is. He just is. It ain't my fault, JD. Some people have doppelgangers. Yours happens to be you are the Bizarro version of Finn. And I hate that because Bizarro actually could cook. You know what I mean? In the comic book. I hate that analogy, but damn it, you know what I'm saying. He still ain't Superman. so he's kind of redundant. Priest, listen, all you got to do with Priest is give him a title and have him next to R-Truth, have R-Truth be his hype man. That's it.
That's it.
And it would be hilarious.
And Damian don't even have to be goofy. He could be straight.
The fact that they put him, did y'all see on Monday that he was in when they do the Judgment Day thing with the graphics that he was in the
he was in the graphic. Live, laugh, love, baby.
Part of the reason why the Three Stooges were so great, it's, to me, the greatest trio in the history of comedy, and they still stand the test of time, is because Mo played it straight. Like Mo played it straight. Curly was goofy. And Mo's seriousness makes it funny. So Damien could play the Mo role. And Truth could be the guy that's jovial and silly. That's old school comedy, vaudeville 101. People don't understand, like, sometimes the greatest comedy is the guy that plays it straight.
Right.
And like reacted. So Damien could be the straight man, Truth could be the funny man, and just be his hype man. He could be the Jerome, he could be the Jerome to Morris Day. You know what I'm saying? And it would be a great thing. Like I said, I'm worried about Fergalicious. I'm worried about him. And Dom, I ain't talking about like Dom needs a Judgment Day more than people think. This dude need, because I'm telling you, I like this kid. He is a very nice kid. I am telling you, he is not Hemi Neutron. He is not Hemi Neutron. He is not him. That heat that he gets from fans is just ironic booze now. Stop playing with me, man. Y'all don't hate Dominic Mysterio, man. Stop playing with me. They don't, though. It was like
he's becoming more right because now he's in a tag team with JD McDonough.
Now I'm like, this heat's not real anymore, though.
Tell you what their plans are for him.
He wasn't in the. Did you notice he wasn't in the recipe? He was not in the recipe.
They took mommy away.
When he didn't even put him in the damn pot.
Nope.
They took mommy away.
You didn't even put a pinch of Dom in there. Sometimes you could put a pinch.
It's crazy. It's crazy how quick he fell off. So let's not.
Because he was never on, man.
Well, when the position, I'm talking about. All right, him and Rhea, like at least he was something on.
No, listen, the package they did with the jail stuff, that's gold.
But now it's like he's back to where he was before he got into the group in the first place.
I say it before and I'll say it again. DP, I'll say it before and I'll say it again. The minute the Ray arc was over, I said, this kid's going to be in trouble. This kid's going to be in trouble. That's why I wish, that's why.
That's what you was right about this one. I ain't gonna lie, you was right.
I don't care what anybody said. Come on, what do you mean? I go, y'all, listen. This is why I wish the late great Eddie Guerrero was still alive. This is why I wish Chavo Guerrero was still in WWE. Why, Evan? Because that's more material for the young man. That's more material. Going after a legendary Eddie Guerrero, God rest his soul. Going after his brother, having Vicky be his hype man. Yeah. Ooh. See, the Guerrero arc, that's what's so sad about certain things happening, because with all due respect, Dom don't got enough horses, man, in the stable to pull it, to drive a narrative that make you care. I don't care what anybody say, man. I don't care. You know what? Put it like this. If you watch NSYNC, right? Don't nobody talk about Lance Bass, but he in NSYNC, ain't he?
Mm-hmm. He there.
Okay. Don't nobody talk
about Chris Kirkpatrick.
Okay, then. But Evan, what do you mean? But when he's in that group, when he's in that group, bye. You know what I'm talking about?
I really want to make it time.
That's a banger. But you know what I'm trying to say? When he's in that group, he's on. When he's on, like, how many people listening to me right now? Everyone's rolling their eyes. Don't think I know what I'm talking about. How many people even know Lance Bass was on Broadway? Bet you people don't even know that.
Name a solo in an NSYNC song.
You know why?
Bass in it if you
know why? Because so what?
Don't matter.
Him or it was like Joey Fatone. Listen, that's how you know. I might be wrong. It was him or Joey. Who gives a shit?
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Who cares? So like what I'm trying to say is, Lord have mercy. And I told, man, it's so hard to come on this show and try to do an honest show. It's so hard because when I'm trying, it's not even a critique. It's not even about, I know the wrestling business. It ain't even about that. But I cannot lie to people on this damn show and pretend like everyone's dope.
For who? For what?
Because it ain't my fault you ain't dope. Do you know how
Dom Mysterio got more tattoos than muscles?
If my daddy was Rey Mysterio, if Evan Mack's daddy was Rey Mysterio, I still wouldn't be that dope. This extends way past just Dom. I'm talking about anybody. Baby Braun ain't never gonna be as good as LeBron ever. I promise you, the kid ain't getting 40,000 points. I can be Evan. How do you know? 20 years from now, we can revisit this. He ain't getting 40,000 points.
One-time MVP.
So what I'm trying to say is, the greatest luchador to ever live. The greatest luchador to ever live is Rey Mysterio. Short of Jesus coming down and touching that kid's forehead in front of the masses and being like, you're him. And then floating back up to heaven. He ain't going to be that good, man.
Nah, never.
You can give him 10 Money in the Banks.
He will never
Get
be
on your
anything close to
phone
his dad.
and see if you
His
can.
dad been on multiple covers of video games. His dad has
Rey Mysterio.
You know what I mean? Like the common man knows who Rey Mysterio is.
Hey,
Rey
man,
Mysterio is
pull up anywhere. You know who he is, what he is. It's the mask itself. He has a particular.
His mask is a logo? His mask is a logo.
It's a particular logo. Hey, Rey Mysterio had masks draped in Gucci, Louis. He had what? Tecate sponsor him. Come on, y'all. Tecate.
Yeah, you will never be better than that. That man used to dress like our favorite superheroes, and we loved it.
Y'all just need I say more? And it's not a knock. I'm just trying to say there's certain levels of greatness you can't attain. Now we could pretend. We could listen, crowd. Y'all can try to come on, Evan. What you? All right, man. Go ahead. Yeah, put a title on them. If I'm wrong, here goes the test. If Evan's wrong about anything he's saying ever, put the title on him and give him an extended run. Do it. Because everyone always acts like I'm nuts, but then no one can pass that test. Put the title on him, not the IC title, the title. Put it on him. Okay. People will be like, oh. Okay, hold on. Wait, what's going on right now? I go, what y'all wanted?
The only way you make that legitimate, Evan, is if you let him use the La Cheat Steal moniker and he literally steals the title from somebody.
I'm all about that.
He should. I mean, that is his father, right? It is his father.
If the WWE is listening,
in kayfabe and WWE.
If they're listening, then they're going to steal that idea.
They can have it. Just send my people a fruit basket, some tickets. Damn it.
I'm just saying, man. Look, I got to tell WWE.
Roman Reigns draw. Send me something.
Some more ideas. What Bernie Mac said, that's some bitch.
That's old school right there. What y'all know about that? But man, so your recipe is spot on. Just a couple people I'm worried about. That's all.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh, I'm sorry. The Cowboys kept Mike McCarthy?
They did.
They did not.
I'm done. I'm done.
What?
I'm done. On this podcast, I'm done with the Cowboys.
What?
I'm done. I'm done. I can't do that.
Oh my God. The coach that greenlit a zone defense that they barely ran all year? Okay.
How in the God's name? I'm done, y'all.
You're done.
I'm done.
I'm really done.
I don't care if they in the Super Bowl next year.
They won't be.
Hey, come get your boy. Hey, I'm free. I can't deal with this shit no more. That's
gentlemen,
insanity.
what's the definition of insanity, gentlemen?
I can't do this no more. I'm a highly intelligent, light black man. Okay? This is how I'm quite smart. Why would I continue to go with this nonsense and dumbass behavior? Man, no, I'm sorry. I just jacked this podcast, but
this whatever. This is a freestyle podcast.
In the middle of this podcast.
Yeah, Mike McCarthy, ladies and gentlemen, still listen. You always got to throw it out there. I don't never want to call for nobody's job, and I didn't say that. I just say he should have been fired.
He would have got paid. You know, he just relieved his duties. Yeah, I'd love to get fired for $5 million.
Don't ever feel bad for a multimillionaire.
I count no pockets.
I don't count nobody else's money, but don't be feeling bad for nobody getting fired. Not no millionaire. Trust me. Don't ever feel bad for a millionaire losing their job. They'll be all right.
I'm done. I can't do it no more. I'm done. I feel good. I broke up on wax.
Lord have mercy. So I was reading something, and I was reading the ever volatile Scott Steiner, the gregarious, the very opinionated, the very controversial, big bad booty daddy, big Papa Pump, got the hook up. Holla
if you hear me.
If you hear him, he was talking, and he he kind of blames himself for some of the things he said about Triple H, some of the things he said about the E, some of the things he said about contemporaries in the business, and he kind of feels that him not being inducted to the Hall of Fame is his fault, which is 100% accurate. And one thing I do love is personal reflection when you're trying to put it like this. I do believe you can grow and change and evolve as a person if you're willing to. But I brought this random thing up because I kind of came across it. And I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on, do you believe, with all the stuff that you know, is that enough to keep a person out of a Hall of Fame? All the WWE Hall of Fame is really not a real Hall of Fame. People care about it, though. Wrestlers care about it, though. They do. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. With all the money that WWE has, that's another idea they should steal from me. Listen, steal this idea. All you got to do is post up one down in Orlando or even in Stanford, the giant museum with an actual hall. Just pick a city. I say Orlando because Orlando will be dope by the City Walk or someplace where people walk, and make a WWE Hall of Fame with all the memorabilia and stuff like that. People would come in there. Seriously. People would come. They would pay tickets. They would pay tickets. You know, you would. I would. Chef would. We would pay tickets to go to a WWE physical Hall of Fame.
Great idea.
We would.
It's a phenomenal idea. Exceptional.
Dude, I've been saying it for so many years. I'm like, guys, you can have one. Like, you know what I mean? Like a giant museum. You can have one.
And
DP. He's back. Oh, he's back. He's back. He left and he's back.
I'm back. I don't know what happened. Hey, Phantom of the Opera, where you already know. In the middle of a thought. No, the thing about it is, I think they, like, you know how you got a jacket and all that good stuff. They can give somebody a championship for going into the Hall of Fame. Yeah, and then you can have somebody create a bust for all the individuals.
Dude, I'm telling you, this would be
the money,
bro. This Hall of Fame would be one of the most visited Hall of Fames in all of sports entertainment, for real.
Chris Jericho.
It would be. But I'm bringing this up for a reason. Yeah, Will Foster said that Chris Jericho he wouldn't care. I go, I don't believe any of that. I don't believe any of that. He's lying. That Hall of Fame matters. That Hall of Fame matters. Every time you see Booker T and he's on a public event, he's wearing that ring. He wears that ring. That stuff matters because it's recognition. People act like they don't care about recognition. Then why do y'all show up to these award shows? Stop lying, man. No one's a bigger liar than an entertainer. Because they get into entertainment because they want people to look at them. Stop playing with me, man. Seriously.
People from AEW pull up to the Hall of Fame to watch the ceremony.
Please.
Come on, y'all. Come on.
People go to Wale Mania, and all Wale Mania is a show for Wale. It ain't for y'all. I hate to break the news to all the people that keep asking me, Evan, are you going to Wale Mania? No, the show is for Wale. They don't even let you talk to the wrestlers. Nope. It's a show where the wrestlers stay on stage, Wale has a good time, and y'all go to hell home, and y'all pay for it.
I don't know, Evan.
Wale Mania is the biggest grift in the history of wrestling.
Evan will show up and be getting cut a check now. Hey, cut my boy a check. He'll be there. But he ain't giving you a check.
I was backstage at Wale Mania and was like, what the hell is this? I was like, if I didn't have VIP backstage access, I would have been 100 feet from the nearest wrestler. Think about that for a second. And I had VIP access, and they still didn't want to let a Negro and his wife in. But I swear, every time I hear it, I go, this is a Wale party for Wale. He's a mark. What? Chef, am I wrong? Yes or no? Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong because I run in some of the same circles you run in, and I was invited but didn't go because I was going to be in catering. Like I was about to be the chef.
I'm not, listen, do you, bro? But I just want people to understand when they go there, that is an event for Wale. It's even in the title.
Wale Mania. Like, again, one more time. I don't think they understood. It's Wale Mania. Not WrestleMania, not WWE wrestlers come meet and greet. It's Wale.
Wale Mania.
Okay.
My word of advice for wrestling fans out there that think I don't know what the hell I'm talking about is the best thing to do is go to their hotel and the bar and just chill.
Yep.
Be a regular person. Don't be weird. Don't be a regular person. Grab yourself a little drink. You get to meet everybody for free.
Yeah,
And there's
my homie went to the one in New Orleans, and him and his wife just hung out at the
chilling.
bar, and they met Trish, they met Stone Cold, they met everybody just by hanging at the bar.
Just
I
being a
got
regular
picture of
person.
Ricky
Don't be a
Starks getting a
spaz.
beer.
Don't be crazy. Be a nice person. Chill. They'll take a picture. They'll talk about a match. They'll show you a good time. If they don't have time, they'll tell you they don't have time. I'm sorry, gotta go. But my whole point is, every time I see that thing come across my timeline, I said, y'all better stop. And I wish Wale was on the show. Like, Wale, you throwing this party for yourself, yes or no? Bro, for real. He a mark.
Nothing wrong with it either. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
It's something wrong with people when you charge fans money, though. It is something wrong with that.
Well, yeah, I'm saying being a mark for yourself.
Oh, it's okay being a mark for yourself, but I don't like fans paying $100 VIP to stand around and watch somebody F and Jeff and dick around for an hour. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So like Samoa Joe's on stage. I go, okay. So wrestling fan, $100 meet and greet Samoa Joe, $100 to stand around and watch Samoa Joe. I did what?
So you wanted to ask us the question about Scott Steiner.
I tried, bro, but I got
way like 5 minutes ago.
Hey, my
Tell
bad.
Chef, reel him back. You gotta reel him back in.
I gotta bring you back in.
You gotta
That's what I'm
reel
here
him back in.
That's what
when he
you're here
loses
for,
his
Chef. Good
damn
job.
mind. When he loses his damn mind, the chef's here to reel him back.
Well, when DPJ doesn't make me jump off the deep end, I can keep this podcast on track.
Me?
So, with that being said, because based on everything that you know, and if you know, you know, at what point should somebody that has contributed to the business, like a Scott Steiner, at what point should he? Well, what he's done is too much to not get into the hall, or do you think he should be in the hall? Yes or no?
I think they're good with what they already did, which is induct the Steiner brothers in 2022. I don't know if he's on the level of a guy who should be double inducted. You know what I mean? Like there's other people who haven't been double inducted that should be, or need that recognition. So
China,
like China, like I think they recognized the greatness of the Steiner brothers as a tag team and what they did for the business as a tag team. I think that's them throwing them a bone and saying literal and saying, well, we don't really stand with you. We don't rock with what you stand for, but as a group, not to dishonor your brother, but here y'all go. Right. Mm-hmm. So I don't think he's going to get another acceptance speech.
Okay. What do you think, DPJR?
Whether he does, whether he doesn't, I think that he's done enough with his career that he garners consideration for the Hall of Fame. There's a whole lot lesser wrestlers in the WWE Hall of Fame than a Scott Steiner. Let us not forget Scott Steiner was a world champion before. He's done what he's done in this business, and I don't think that he should have to reap the consequences of his brother being a transphobe. That is quite disappointing, and that shouldn't even really matter in how we're grading people, because Hogan's still in the Hall of Fame. You got Donald Trump. He
said some crazy stuff about Triple H, though. He said some crazy stuff about Triple H.
I know he said some crazy stuff about Triple H, but hey, everybody's heard about the rumors with Macho Man and Stephanie McMahon. Yeah. So, and he's still in the Hall of Fame. I'm just saying.
Fair. And Ultimate Warrior.
There we go. Bret Hart. I'm just saying, there's things that have happened. CM Punk's back in the WWE right now,
and he's gonna get inducted.
and CM Punk said some horrible things about the
horrible. WWE. He sued the company.
Crazy, hey, listen. I get it. Life's not fair. Bad people have done bad things, and we're still celebrated for it. But at the same time, you try to throw because he's a world champ. Not every world champ gets into the Hall of Fames of their respective sports.
But he was a world champion in WCW, though. And if he was a world champion in WCW, and WCW is under the umbrella of a WWE, then therefore somewhat he is a world champion of an affiliate within the WWE. He has a resume that is worthy of the Hall of Fame.
Oh
Vince-
no,
Just
I
compartmentalize.
Oh, we all agree with that.
Yeah.
We all agree with that.
And it should be compartmentalized because then by that same token, then there's a lot of people that need to be removed from the Hall of Fame right now.
Okay.
That's fair, and
You can't
I'm
just
going to
hold him
correlate
to
it.
that.
If I can't get any version of Barry Bonds in the Baseball Hall of Fame, then Scott Steiner can't get in.
I agree with that. If Charlie Hustle ain't in the Hall of
Okay,
Fame,
I'll
kick rocks.
with that, but I don't
If
think it was
Pittsburgh
because
Pirates Barry
was
Bonds
on the
can't get
juice. I
in,
think
Scott
it's
Steiner
because
can't
Barry
get in.
Bonds
Pitts-
was an asshole.
Barry Bonds. That's why Barry Bonds not in the Hall. Barry Bonds is not in the Hall because the pettiest Hall of Fame in all of sports is baseball. The hardest Hall of Fame is the NFL, and the NBA.
Yes.
I'm in the NBA Hall of Fame. But like, so
I
you see what I'm
know
saying?
that,
Like,
right? Hey, we on our way, baby.
But listen, we all know if you know sports, the pettiest Hall of Fame is baseball, and Barry Bonds was an asshole to all the writers. He went out of his way because we all know before the alleged steroids, as a Pittsburgh Pirate, he was the best player in baseball. Barry Bonds is probably the best pure baseball player in history.
Bryant. He was a Hall of Famer in 2 different uniforms.
Yeah, Barry Bonds is probably the greatest baseball player ever. Truly, because he that in that run he had, he probably seen one pitch a night.
Me and you, I would love to have that discussion because I would say Griffey.
Another
but that
time,
was a
another
hell
time.
of a debate.
Another
But
time,
I'm just
'cause I
saying.
love-
But I'm just saying, like people have accomplished. There's a lot of things that are on the checklist for you to be a Hall of Famer, and then they don't get in. And I agree with JMC said. Like if Hillbilly Jim is in, then Scott Snyder should be in. But it's not. Everything's not equal, and people have feelings,
right.
and people have opinions, and people who vote
who make decisions, and
people who make decisions say no.
Griffey was never on steroids, JMC. You got to throw that into consideration. And also, he won the MVP in 1998 in the height of steroids, and he was the only dude that wasn't on the juice. That's got to be worth something.
Well, it was because he was unanimously picked, which never happened.
Ken Griffey
That
is
should
so
mean something.
Nastiest pose in the history of baseball. It's so nasty. It's the nastiest
Anyway, that's another
pose
subject
ever.
for another
I know, man, because I get on Ken Griffey's pose. I'll be on this place all night long. God, that joint's
I
so nasty.
modeled my whole baseball career after that dude. My whole
He is so
I swung.
he is so cold.
I had the shoes, the gloves, the bat.
Ken Griffey has the greatest swing in
ever. So the
Ever.
greatest stance, the greatest swing, the greatest pose ever.
Cleanest baseball player. If Steph Curry was a baseball player, it'd be Ken Griffey.
Ken Griffey Jr., man, transcended.
My man Ken Griffey Jr. so cold, he taught himself how to fly his own private plane.
But we're done. Yeah, we're done. See, I can't listen to this. This is why I love this podcast. We talk about anything on this damn podcast. I get on Griffey. We're gonna have let's like 2 hours long. We start talking about my boy around the diamond, brother. But anyways, listen. Gotta give props to TNA. Had a quick chat with Tom Hannafin, formerly Todd Phillips, WWE. Yeah, man, had a nice little conversation with him. Just to check and see how things are going. He's saying, great, we got a lot of things planned for TNA. And he goes, I know I can't tell you anything. I go, yeah, I know, but I was just, he will just get excited. I go, I am excited. And just talking to him about where he feels the company's going and how he feels like it's something that people don't talk enough about, how long the company's been around and how different people always talk about there's only 2 promotions and how TNA takes exception to that. And they're sitting here like 2 promotions. Like we've had some of the greatest wrestlers ever on our roster, ever. And he was like, we take exception to that. And they take it personally. So I thought it was great hearing that conversation. We talked for about like 45 minutes and had a good old conversation. And then fast forward to the show. And you got the artist formerly known as Dolph Ziggler showing up. They had the biggest gate ever for them. They had watchers that they haven't had watchers before. They put on a good show. I don't agree with who they made champion, but that's neither here nor there.
Uh-oh, brother.
I don't give a damn if we got the same melanin. I look at wrestling. I don't look at wrestling black and white. I look at wrestling how it is. If I start getting wrapped up in color, then what the hell are we doing?
We'll be there forever.
Yeah, if we start doing that, I'm like, because I said this to you guys earlier. When we were growing up, guys, we didn't care. We loved wrestlers, man. Our favorite wrestlers were cool. My favorite wrestler growing was Mr. Perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like we got race doesn't get brought. Race doesn't matter to a kid until someone brings it to him. You see what I'm saying? You remember the first time you realized you were brown? You were like, oh, all right. Because when you watch wrestling, you just used to just vibe. And then somebody comes in, a la Kendrick Lamar, and you're like, bitch, don't kill my vibe, and they kill your vibe, and you're like, damn, man, I was like, why I can't like that white wrestler? What's up? What do you mean? So every time I'm always like, I knew he, yo, but Mackie Black, I go, oh, all right. Well, the black wrestlers I like, I hold her. I put it like this: when it comes to my race, y'all, I expect more from us. You see what I'm saying? Like that's just me. I judge us on a higher curve because I know how much flavor we got. You see what I'm trying to say?
Exactly.
Like I know we got flavor and swag, and we're the most copied race in the world. And I don't want to get into that because I can show a PowerPoint presentation of why we are from a historic standpoint. But so when I see somebody like a guy with the Moose guy that won, and then I seen him cut his promo, I was like, oh, what is this? What? Oh, I didn't know he couldn't cut a promo. What is this? Oh, he's terrible. I'm sorry, man.
That's not why they got him there.
Why they got him there? Tell me why. Why?
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Oh, I mean, I
said this Moose still can't cut a promo.
Man, hey, Abby, you just now figuring out Moose can't talk.
I'm sorry.
Well, hold on. In fairness, it's hard to figure out a dude can't talk when I can't figure out what channel the show was on.
Oh, damn, Seth. Oh, my God. Seth. Oh, Seth,
I told you I was coming back with a vengeance.
You murdered people.
I told you I wasn't playing around on this microphone. Y'all think I'm playing on this microphone. I am not playing.
I was playing. Damn. Jesus
Listen.
Can anybody tell me the channel? What's the channel called?
Hey, you know it's appropriate when somebody's nickname is Moose, because Moose can't talk. How about that?
This dude cannot talk. I was like, yo, bruh, listen, man. Hey, this is what I'm gonna need you to do, Moose. Step away from the microphone. Step away from the microphone.
Put the mic down.
Just put it down.
Shitty, itty, bitty. I go, what in the?
I mean, Ziggler will hold up that promo battle for sure. He will
hold it up.
He will
hold it. He gonna have Moose out there like Weekend at Bernie's. That's how much holding up he gonna be doing. He gonna have that dude propped. That's a dead man in the middle of that ring. Dead man walking. Oh, Lord have mercy. Stop. You cannot be cut. You cannot. I don't care how jacked you are. I don't care how good you look in a leotard. I don't care. When you are the face of a company in professional wrestling, if you cannot cut a compelling promo, get the hell out of the ring. Period.
Hey, Ev, when you write a book about the rules of wrestling, that should be the first rule. If your ass can't talk, you will fail.
Fail. Get your ass, and you have to be a giant. You have to be a Omos. You have to be a Big Show. You have to be an Andre the Giant. To be. There's only the rules don't apply to the giants.
Vader couldn't talk either.
Even Vader could get away with it. Like you, if you're an oddity, you can get away with it. If you are not, I don't want the crowd to keep saying Moose. I need you to cut a promo. Why should I care about you? Why? Because you're big? Get the hell out of here. My cousins are big. What the hell that mean?
There's a reason we let off the show with Drew McIntyre. His big ass can talk. He can talk. He looked the part and he talked the part. So why are we talking about Drew McIntyre? Because it is because that's what we envision as a spectacular superstar. Somebody's about 280 pounds and can cut a promo. That
you know how pissed I was when I heard this dude talking? I said, what? I said, what is it? So Evan, what are you trying to say? You never heard him talk? No. I watched him wrestle a couple of times.
Mhm.
So when I seen him a new champ, I said, "Oh, this the after the champ promo." I was like, "What?"
And this ain't the first time he's been a world champion either.
Hey, I'm looking at this roster. This is an interesting roster.
But I'm here I go me trying to give flowers, but I gotta call it like I see it. When I say it, I gotta call it. I'm sorry. Because this was actually about me giving flowers that Nick Namath pulled up the TNA and broke the internet because he's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Even though DPJR, you weren't talking shit about my boy.
Hey, I was. You don't get me started talking like Dolph Ziggler.
That's
and you know I'm a rep.
That's my dude.
You know I'm gonna rep my Cleveland folks, so you know I'm.
That's my. You know, anybody know me?
Amazing.
That's my dude.
Hey. Now if he upgrade that finisher, now he'll be.
No, don't start talking about that zigzag again. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah, I'm gonna
it can't even be called that no more, Chef. He ain't Ziggler no more.
When he did it on Homeboy, it looked compelling. It looked fresh. It was a crisp one too. It was a crisp zigzag on that.
His neck hit the ring like I ain't never seen before.
On that statue that was in the ring, I was like, "Who is man? Get this Negro the hell out of my face!" Shout out to TNA for putting together a good show. Naomi, where you going? I wonder. Ooh, I wonder. Interesting.
New bloodline member?
Very interesting. Old flagship, old faithful. The geyser that just keeps on geysering. World Wrestling Entertainment. I even
seen a message. She had a message and she even said no yeet.
Good old Evan said that there won't be a Mercedes pulling out the garage anymore. We're going to see a Sasha Banks sighting. That's what Evan said. He said,
"Oh, she's pulling up next week. She's pulling up. Had a dream, I had a meeting." Why you?
Why Evan, we singing that, baby? Because the girl gonna push. I
have zero information. This is all about me going on what should happen, not what will. But should. I don't care nothing about this. Ain't about money. We got to stop talking about money and
I mean, if they do it right, it should be the Royal Rumble pop. But they're gonna around.
No,
they're gonna F around and tell us that she's coming. Like it's not gonna be a real surprise.
Don't tell us nothing.
It need to be like an Edge level surprise. Like we
AJ Styles level surprise.
Or AJ, right? Like she showed up that day. Like nobody knew.
Absolutely.
Because I even watched the one special that was like Samoa Joe went and picked up AJ day of for the Rumble.
Let's go.
Yeah, like
go.
Just send Bailey to go pick her up day of. Have her pick her up at Tampa International.
And just hit her with the ball. Listen, as much as I hate it, Michael Cole, it's boss time. As much as I want to smash my face into a wall.
I hate when he does that.
Dude, but I'm all for it. But without further ado, we're doing it.
Pull up right on time. Hey man, this cold weather man got my internet tripping. Boy, the whole city just thawed out.
Listen, you got to give nature time.
Degrees.
You got to give nature 3 or 4
time. Days in the Midwest, it's cold as hell.
My kids ain't had no school because of the wind chill. I was like, because of the wind chill. I said, we go to school. We went to school all the time.
These kids are soft.
Yeah. I was like, wind chill.
They at least get to learn from home. Go ahead. Load that.
You're right about that.
I wish I had that.
Yeah, back in the day, when we got off, we didn't have to worry about no tablets or nothing.
Hell no, but we had to worry about going to school in June.
Listen, it's because it depends. Our school was a little bit different. Our school was very cool where they didn't have us makeup. They wouldn't let us. They didn't have makeup. We was chilling. But listen, no. But look, last but not least, we're gonna do a week to week. We'll start with DPJR and Jay, but Jay's not here, so I'm gonna cut the floor to DPJR. Just to keep it brief as he can. But I needed his top 10 greatest wrestlers of all time, not favorites. DP got to do his top 10 favorite wrestlers of all time. Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Whoa.
Look at that.
There we go.
Look at that astute look right there. DPJR's top 10 wrestlers of all time. Daddy.
I'm
That
interested.
it,
I'm interested to
mama.
hear this list.
Start at 10, go to 1. You spend about give it a little bit of time. You don't have to spend that much time on your logic, but I do need your logic. You can't just run through them. I got to know why. And the floor is yours, brother.
All right. I'm gonna start off at 10. All right. Number 10, I went with Booker T. Booker T transcended race, what he did, and the things that he made it through in his era are astounding and are second to none. He is a tag team extraordinaire and he's a single superstar. And what he did as a black wrestler is inarguable. He was a world champion in multiple companies, one of the few black men to hold the world title in the WWE. So I just wanted to take some time and give Booker T his proper place in my top 10. And this is taking emotion out of it. I want y'all to know this is straight analytics. Daddy.
Booker T coming in at number 10. So
King
far,
Booker.
so shocked. So far, so shocked. And I'm not a bad shock, just unbelievable. That's why I love these lists. Number 10, Booker T. King Booker.
Booker.
Number 9, Daddy.
All right, brother. I'm going with the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, coming
All the way at number 9. Continue.
Let me go ahead, man. Just let me say my list. You know, I personally feel something with my top 10. You have to be a world champion to make it in. You got to be a world champion to make it in. You might consider it low, but this is my list. Hell, 5 years ago, Shawn
Flip this
Michaels
table.
made my top 10 list. So Shawn Michaels has all the emotion out of it. But I do think he's on the short list of greatest in-ring superstars in the world. And I personally think his God mode run in his second run is spectacular, you know. But I personally feel his first run left a little bit to be desired, and that took a little bit on his ranking for me. And that's why he's coming in at number 9. Strong number 9. That's a strong number 9. Also, his WrestleMania main events, that means something to me also. He's only got 2 or 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And he only once he came back in his second run was on one-time world champion. He only had it for a short period of time. So that's my number 9.
Shawn Michaels, number 9. Okay. I'm listen. Oh, I feel like Jerry Maguire right now. I'm not just gonna flip out.
Man, just let me go, baby.
Go.
I know what you want me to do, but I'm not gonna do it.
But I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. You ain't gonna. Don't tempt me, Satan.
This taking the emotion out of it. This is taking the emotion out of it. Okay. All right.
Number 8.
I'm going with Charlotte Flair.
Let's go.
Charlotte Flair is one of the best workers, period. You know, the distance between her and the second greatest female wrestler is not comparable to the distance between the first male wrestler and the second male wrestler. It's just unquestionable. And if you look at her technical abilities in the ring, it's unquestioned. She can cut a promo. If you ask me, I think she has the best submission in wrestling history with that figure 8.
Bold statement too. I like that's a bold statement.
It's bold, but it's different, and it's
listen. Her success rate's like 99.9%.
It's a stunning move, and it's a evolutionary move, and also she is a part of the greatest stable of women's wrestlers, the greatest crop to ever come up
in the last
from
50
the
years.
NXT team, and she outshines all of them, and it's not even close.
It ain't even close.
Also, she is the reason that women, and no offense to Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks, but she is the main reason why a woman actually had the main event in a singular night at a WrestleMania, not a 2-night event, a 1-night event, and her, Becky Lynch, and Ronda Rousey closed out. That means something to me.
Yes, it does.
And they had to have her in that match because they could not have her in that match. And the spectacular Charlotte Flair is coming in at number 8.
Charlotte Flair, number 8. I love it. Number 7, brother. I love that pick.
Number 7 is Kurt
Wait a
Angle.
minute. You got Charlotte better than Triple HBK?
That's 8, 9, 9, 8. Would it feel
I
better?
just realized. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, man.
Listen.
My brain just clicked. That's all. I can't control myself.
List.
I'm sorry.
This is my list.
He said, "This is my list." Shut the hell up.
This is a very good list. I think
You're
stellar,
cooking.
exceptional, magnificent, outstanding. There couldn't be enough superlatives to describe this wonderful list. At number 7, we got Kurt Angle.
Ooh,
Kurt Angle is
it's
not
damn
even close.
true.
He is the number 1 in-ring wrestler of all time. Do I have a debate by anybody on earth?
That boy's
and
cold.
to shovel upon that greatness that we speak of, he is exceptional on the microphone. Exceptional. And coming from where he came, a bland wrestler, then coming into the WWE and having the impact that he had is outstanding. Can you even think? It was unfathomable what he did. And as a American hero, going along with that. And he transcended the WWE. He wasn't what he was in TNA, but at the same time, Kurt Angle is still the thing for a reason. And he was out there doing his thing in TNA. One of the reasons you know of as Samoa Joe, one of the reasons you know of as AJ Styles, and there was a litany of other TNA wrestlers that if you watch the product at that point in time, he made it palatable for Christian Cage to make that jump over to a TNA. Does that make sense?
It does.
I know it was around the same time. So that's why it's coming in at number 7.
I'm with you, bro. You cooking.
All right. Okay. Number 6 is Randy Orton. The mighty Mississippi, like you like to call him.
Yes,
I can't call him your other name because he just missed it. But he's close. He top 6. I mean, he's a 15-time champ. He's a 15-time champ.
Yep.
He's a multiple-time Intercontinental champion. He main evented WrestleManias. He's won the Royal Rumble. He's the perfect wrestler. There's not one step inside a wrestling ring Randy Orton takes that doesn't have meaning.
Woo.
He's came a long way from where he was on the mic at the beginning of his career. And he's one of the best, arguably the best heel in WWE history. The vile, evil, despicable, unthinkable things that he was doing to people, women, old people, didn't matter.
Nobody was safe.
Didn't care. If there was a child, he would have done something to that child too. I mean, the dude did RKO a man's wife, and then while he was handcuffed to a rope, kissed her. I mean, come on. That just takes a different level of defense. And the run that he's on now, although there's an 18-month gap, him as a baby face is so refreshing. It's so good. And the run he had with Matt Riddle to prove that he isn't just in the main event, that you can drop him down and he still has meaning.
Yes.
And then he can keep somebody who was a little bit off the rails, on the straight and narrow, and get the best out of that individual. And unfortunately, Randy got hurt, and that individual ended up losing his job because he didn't have that ring leader and locker room veteran. But it shows you that I can say that he was a locker room veteran coming from the point where he was blowing up bathrooms, or blowing up urinals in a bathroom. So it's amazing. That's why, and he's from the crib. And that should show you that he ain't even number 1. He from the crib, man. Shout out Randy Orton. All right, that's number 6.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
And I was talking to about my number 5 wrestler with somebody at work, and I don't necessarily know how legitimate your list is if you don't have this man on your list. And this is regardless of certain circumstances, because it doesn't have me feeling good. But I feel number 5, Hulk Hogan.
That's fair.
I feel number 5, Hulk Hogan, just what he did for the business in the 80s and how he lifted the wrestling business forward to where we
Yes.
are now. We wouldn't be where we are without him. And I don't really like the human being that he is, but I would be remiss to say that
Mm-hmm.
if not for him, we wouldn't be where we are today. He's
100%.
had so many main events in the WrestleMania. Roman Reigns is chasing his record, and I just had to put him in the list. And in the top five, I couldn't put him no higher than five, but I had to show my proper respect to somebody who, if not for him, we wouldn't be where we are today, sitting here on this podcast talking into a
Very well.
microphone. So I just wanted to keep it 100. So I just wanted
Yeah,
to
keep
make
it a
sure
buck.
that,
Yeah, there are
no
definitely
emotion. I
there
said I
are
wasn't gonna take emotions into this.
no, yeah.
Right?
There, I mean, there are artists that I love that are despicable human beings that
Yeah.
we still celebrate their music or listen to their music. So you got, he's on the list.
So
Yep.
yeah, all right. Number four.
Yeah, you now
It's
see
getting
now the
exciting.
judgment.
It's a good
Now
list,
the
ain't it?
judgment.
It's a
Now the
good list.
judgment's about to set in because I know who you don't have there. So now I need to know. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Number four. We got The Rock.
Okay.
He's the most
Okay.
electric, entertaining wrestler ever.
Okay.
Rock's peak is second to only one man, and I haven't said his name. I haven't said his name yet. I haven't said
Interesting.
his name. A little bit of foreshadowing. A little bit of foreshadowing. I believe The Rock had, what did he have? He had 3 straight main events, 99 to 2001. He had my favorite match in wrestling history in 2002, an Icon versus Icon. He had arguably the best trilogy in WrestleMania history. I wouldn't argue it, but some idiots would. With him and Austin, 17, 19, and 21. And then you had Once in a Lifetime times 2. All right. So, and both of those was WrestleMania main events. I do take into he never won the world championship into main event status, but I had to put him there. Also, he is the best. He was the best attitude era. I go back and I sit back and I watch his promos. I don't necessarily go back and look for matches particularly. I do like to go back and I do like to listen to his promos and lead into them. There's, like I said, the Mania matches with him and Austin, his rivalry with Triple H, who I'm sorry he didn't make the list.
It's okay.
Shout out Chris Jericho, who didn't make the list. But, I had to put him in there. He's Mount Rushmore. He's just amazing. And he had the greatest rivalry in wrestling history also. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's you can't deny that. Number 3,
Okay.
John Cena.
Oh, well. You come along, sir.
I've come a long way. Look, no, yeah. Take that smile off your face, Evan. I told you this is a legitimate man.
Yo, this list is very eclectic. Very eclectic.
He's 16-time champ, WWE champ. All right, his 20-year run is unmatched in WWE history, not even by the great Randy Orton. It pains me to say this, but he's the best on the mic I've ever seen.
Oh,
He is. He's very special. He's very special. And then I did write this down. He has more wrestlers that say he's their best rival. How many wrestlers can say that? You got Cena, you got Edge, you got Randy Orton, you got
AJ,
Spears, you got Wade Barrett. Just I could go on and on and on and on, but had to put him up in there. He made my top 3.
Yeah, we're good. Go ahead.
All right, number 2.
Oh, this is what the hell are you doing right now? Go ahead, man.
All right.
What the hell are you
In
about
my
to
opinion,
do?
I got number 2, Roman Reigns.
Man, get the.
This is my list. Hold on, Evan. Before you hold on.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this man has Shawn Michaels number 9 and Roman Reigns number 2.
Okay.
Where the hell is Lorena Bobbitt when you need her? Someone needs to chop off an appendage of mine. Continue.
See, you're getting emotional.
I am. This is emotion. It's an emotional shit.
Okay, Roman Reigns is the longest.
Swear to God.
champion in the modern day era, is he not?
Stab this dude via Zoom. Go.
Okay, I'm just waiting. He has the longest reign of the modern era. He's knocking on the door of Hogan. He has the most WrestleMania main events in history. In history.
And go have another one.
And another one. And another one.
He might have two.
If we're in the greatest era, and he's the greatest in the greatest era, therefore, I mean, with the math, you gotta take into consideration. I continue. He has every accolade known to man when it comes to the WWE. Nobody has more accolades in the WWE. And he had those accolades as both a heel and a babyface. I mean, you can argue it with your emotions, but if you look at the pure accolades and the talent that is there, and when he pins the Rock's ass at WrestleMania, you won't be saying the same tune.
I sure won't. I told you where I'm putting him if he do.
But he's my number 2. He thought he was going to be number 1. I know you thought.
I really did. I really did.
I told you I'm taking my emotions out. This ain't my favorite. I'm keeping it.
Kinda.
Number 1 is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay. All right.
1998 is unmatched. People are still looking for that. Nobody could ever touch that. And what he did prior and after is it's crazy. And to think he made The Rock. It should take to chill out, people. He made The Rock a pretty distant second. It wasn't even close when Austin was around. Austin was breaking people's Corvettes. Austin was driving beer trucks. Austin was blowing shit up. Austin was doing things that was unheard of. Crazy. And he's the reason they turned the tide in WCW. Because if not for Stone Cold Steve Austin, we would be watching WCW right now.
Yep, because it's the match. It's the match with Mankind, and Stone Cold was involved. That to me turned the table. It's a match with him and The Rock when they blew the whistle and they said we got the results, and they thought nobody would tune in. And that made
everybody
people
came. Also, he's a 3-time I think he was a 6-time WWF champion.
Sounds about right.
He won the Rumble 3 times. He won in 98, 97, 98, and 2001. He main evented 1998, 1999, and 2001. He has the greatest 2 rivalries in wrestling history. If you want to go wrestler, you go Rock Austin. If you're going to go wrestler versus manager or wrestler versus character, you got Austin Vince McMahon. He did things nobody has done prior. People have tried to do since. When you see Stone Cold Steve Austin, when you hear that glass break, you stop what you were doing and you sit your ass down. There's nothing like an Austin Pop. There's a reason it's called an Austin Pop. I gotta pay homage, man. He's not my favorite wrestler, but at the end of the day, I would be a fool. I'm not saying anybody else, but in my opinion, how I went with my own thing, you can notice I had all heavy hitters on my top 10.
Oh, there's some beasts on there now.
You say what you want about the ranking of it, but you can't say anything about the names on it. It is what it is. So
this is your top 10 list, though.
This is my top 10, and Austin has to sit at the top of it. Also, he has the best vest in history.
Listen,
dude got over in black boots, knee braces, and black
old school, just lunch pail and hard hat.
I mean, yeah, he did need it when he was going out there, but when he got in the ring,
but that's what makes Austin so great, though. Well, make the reason, this is what goes back to my whole thing. That's DPJR's list of top 10 greatest wrestlers. I'm gonna have them run them down for you in the show, but that's to me is what I talk about when I talk about wrestlers who can't cut a freaking promo on a microphone, even though they're freaking face of a company, like Homeboy and TNA. Like Austin came out with black trunks, black boots, and without work you, he's not no catch as catch can wrestler. But when he got on that microphone and he even when he wasn't talking, the look. Y'all know what the hell I'm talking about when I say this stuff. People always act like I'm off base with this, but you know I'm right. Like Austin don't even gotta talk. He makes you feel something. He makes you feel something. He always made you feel something. You guys need to watch tape. The hell are these wrestlers doing nowadays? Why are you not good, dude? What the hell are you watching? I know what I watched when I was growing up, but I just didn't have the passion to be a wrestler. What the hell are y'all watching? You need to watch these dudes that can emote and make you know what they're feeling by just before they open their mouth, before they say it, and that's the bottom line. That dude made you feel something. Why the hell is Vince McMahon a better promo than everyone in the company damn near? Still, Vince McMahon is a better promo than everybody in AEW. Straight up. Every wrestler, every single one. Maybe not Christian, maybe. Why? That should not happen. Like, man, I swear, man. So when you hear a name like Austin, why you think you keep hearing his name still? It's not because of the Attitude Era. Austin could do this right now. Right now.
He pulled up and got the main event with Kevin Owens.
Thank you, man. He just proved my point. We could do the Men in Black freaking flashy thingy, the standard issue neuralizer, and flash everybody. Drop Austin right now in the wrestling, and he do the same thing. That dude is cinema because he made you feel something.
The very definition.
Man, I'm so sick of these mediocre talents talking about they good. You ain't good.
Oh,
hell off my screen.
Ain't nobody average on my list.
Run back to top 10 before I lose. I can't stand these mediocre talents talking about why people talking about you ain't good.
I got Booker T at 10, HBK at 9, Charlotte Flair at 8, Kurt Angle at 7, Randy Orton at 6, Hulk Hogan at 5, Rock at 4. You don't know how much it paid me to put him here. John Cena, number 3. Roman Reigns, number 2. Stone Cold Steve Austin at number 1. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold says so.
Stone Cold Steve Austin tops the list. We'll do Chef next week to cleanse my palate from this disgraceful,
and let me tell you,
disgraceful number 9.
I have a true palate cleanser because I got 5 people on my list. He ain't even say.
Oh, now that's good. Oh, wow. Now this is going to be really good. This is why we do this, because all of us are going to have different lists for different reasons. But DP but this is what I love. That's what I mean about context and bringing substance. He explained every single reason why he put them where they put them. And that's all I care about. When you do that, I don't give a damn who you on your list because you told me why.
Yeah,
you told me why. Too many people criticize lists or people's opinion, but they can't tell me why they're criticizing them. Mm-hmm. So I love that substance.
Will be very different than my 10 best.
And that's why I said 10 best. Favorites interesting. Favorite because if we start doing favorites, I got, you know what I mean? I got some wild favorites.
I'm gonna start naming like Ultimo Dragon.
Juventud Guerrero and stuff like because
I'm gonna just
Psychosis. Yo, I was we started doing favorites. I love Dean Malenko when I was Dean Malenko was cooking. Man of 1,000 hoes, baby.
Dope.
Yeah, that's it for the show, y'all. Good stuff. Next week, DPJR. We gonna circle around to the chef. Maybe hit Jay if he's back up operational. Then we'll get to your boy. You know, I like going last just to see where the fellas' heads are at. I gotta revisit because greatest is different than favorite.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna try very hard not to keep. Man.
Hey, I had a strong criteria. You can argue that you ain't liked, but you can't say that damn.
Oh, I'm never gonna let you get away with that number 9 bullshit. We'll talk about it every day.
That was bullshit.
That was outrageous.
Egregious.
What if he didn't make the list?
Oh, we'd had a real problem. We'd have restarted the show.
Hey.
We'd have just edited you out.
We would have stopped. I'd have cut you out of the show. I'd have cut this whole last part off. I swear to God. If Shawn Michaels was not on your list, I would have cut you out of this. I'd have cut this segment.
Shawn could have been anywhere from 10. I wouldn't go.
Did you almost not put him in?
But he could have been anywhere from 5 to 10. That's how close. Like I wish. Like if I were to put a rating, they're all above 9.
Do you know how great Shawn Michaels is? So great. Shawn Michaels is so great.
He's great.
Ric Flair says he's the greatest. Think about that.
In ring.
The greatest. What the hell are we talking about?
Flair be drunk. Hey,
that's what I'm saying. Shawn Michaels is so dope. Shawn Michaels is so dope. 3 versions of Shawn Michaels could be in the Hall of Fame.
That's how dope Shawn Michaels is. Shawn Michaels so dope. 3 skins from a WWE 2K could be Hall of Fame bound.
Dope. enough to be called the tribal chief.
This show is over. We're done. Music's fading out right now. We out next week. I'm so sick of this dude. Royal Rumble preview next week. Chef's
Y'all know y'all my guys.
top
I
10.
love y'all.
Man, I can't stand this dude. We out. This dude got number.
Catch y'all next week.
Man, get the hell. Man, we out here, man.